Have you ever felt a profound shift in your life, as if you were awakening to a new understanding of yourself and the world? Spiritual awakening is like a unique journey. It's not a straight road. It's more like a spiral, like the shape of DNA. Some of us go through the same stages over and over. Others skip around. Each person's path is made just for them. Even though our journeys are different, there are certain stages that many of us go through. Let's talk about the 5 stages of spiritual awakening. We'll keep it simple and clear, so you can understand each stage and maybe even figure out where you are on your path. Stage 1. Living in ego. In the first stage of spiritual awakening, you live deeply inside the ego. This means your thoughts and feelings are in control, but you don't realize it. You believe your thoughts and emotions are who you are. You feel like they define you. The ego holds on tightly. There's no space between your thoughts and your real self. In this stage, you often react to life instead of choosing how to respond. You feel like you have no real control. This can lead to anger, defensiveness, and negative thinking. Life feels like something that just happens to you. If you go through something painful, it might make you feel even more helpless. You start believing that you have no power to change your life. You also have trouble seeing others clearly. You view everything through your own experiences, your own pain, your own fears. This makes it hard to truly understand people or feel close to them. This stage is called unconsciousness. You're so wrapped up in the ego that you can't tell the difference between your true self and the outside world. But this is where the journey begins. When you start to notice that you're stuck in these patterns, you begin to wonder if there's something deeper, something more. This moment, this realization, is the very first step toward a deeper life and a more honest connection with yourself. Stage 2. Ego death. As you move forward on your spiritual path, you come to a powerful and often painful stage. It's called ego death. This is when your old identity starts to fall apart. The version of you shaped by labels like gender, age, race, beliefs, roles, and titles. It's not a physical death. It's the death of who you thought you were. All the stories you told yourself about who you are, what life is, what God is, start to break down. These beliefs get stripped away. You may feel lost, empty, and disconnected. But this empty space creates something important. It makes room for a new awareness, the part of you that watches and observes. Before, in the unconscious stage, this observer part of you was hidden. Now it starts to come into view. You begin to realize that you are not just your thoughts or your emotions. You're not just the labels and stories you've held on to for so long. You start to see that the ego is not the real you. It's something created by the world around you, by society, your past, and your habits. This stage changes everything. It opens the door to a deeper way of seeing yourself. You begin to understand that your ego was never your true self. Ego death is a powerful turning point. It shows you that your old story is not the full truth. And this realization leads you to a deeper awareness of who you really are. Stage 3. The search. After the ego begins to fall away, you enter the next stage, the search. In this phase, you feel a deep need to understand. You want to know who you really are. You want to understand why you were born, what life means, and what God really is. You begin to look everywhere for answers. You may read spiritual books. You might watch deep videos, listen to teachers, or explore new beliefs. This stage is filled with questions and a strong desire for truth. But this isn't just about learning with your mind. It's a search that comes from your heart. You truly want to find meaning and purpose. You start trying different spiritual practices, like meditation, prayer, quiet thinking, or other ways to connect with something greater. As you go through this phase, you may find peace in teachings that speak to your growing awareness. Reading or listening to wisdom might feel like small moments of light. You feel more connected and alive. You become eager to learn more, to find teachings that match the way you now see the world. You begin to feel less alone in your journey. This stage is about reaching for truth, not as an idea, but as something you can feel and live. Stage 4. The real you comes out. As you continue the journey, you reach a very important stage. The emergence of the authentic self. This is when you stop pretending. You start to feel tired of hiding who you really are. The mask you wore for others starts to fall apart. It becomes harder and harder to act like someone you're not. You begin to remember the version of yourself that existed before the world told you who to be. Like the realness and freedom you had as a child. You start to feel what truly fits you. Certain relationships, jobs, or goals that don't match the real you begin to fade away. You can't fake things anymore. You no longer want to stay quiet or pretend just to fit in. This stage often brings big changes. You might leave a job. You might end relationships. You might move or change your lifestyle. It can feel like your whole life is being shaken up. But that's because you're clearing out everything that isn't true to who you are. As this happens on the outside, something also changes inside. Old emotional pain or past wounds might come back up. Not to harm you, but so you can finally let them go. Your feelings might go up and down like a roller coaster. But this is part of the process. It's a deep cleaning of your heart and mind. You may even feel strange things in your body, like more vivid dreams, stronger intuition, or spiritual experiences that are hard to explain. You are becoming more sensitive and aware, more in tune with both yourself and the world around you. Stage 5. Living in alignment. At the final stage of spiritual awakening, you enter a life of alignment. This means your thoughts, feelings, actions, and soul all start to move together in harmony. You go beyond just being true to yourself. Now you also feel deeply connected to everything around you. You accept your flaws with kindness. You understand that being human means being imperfect, and that's okay. You treat yourself with love and care. You become your own support system, like the parent or guide you always needed. This inner love grows. And as it grows, you start to treat others with the same care and understanding. You see that everyone is on their own journey. Everyone is trying their best with what they know. You become more patient, more forgiving. Not because others are perfect, but because you've learned to accept your own imperfections too. You become the healer of your own heart, and this healing spills out into the world around you. You also start to feel deeply connected to nature, to the trees, the air, the animals, the earth, and even the objects around you. This connection isn't just an idea anymore. You feel it. You live it. You also learn to accept the dark parts of life. Pain, struggle, fear. You don't avoid them or pretend they don't exist. You face them with kindness and understanding. You see that both light and dark are part of the full human journey. And in that full experience, the ups and downs, the beauty and the struggle, you find something sacred. If this video touched something in you, please consider sharing it with someone who might feel the same. You're welcome to share your thoughts or your story in the comments below. Until next time.